Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. We're here for the NSCRO final as the two teams line up for the anthems. We have St. John's University against Duke University. So in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go downstairs for the American National Anthem. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and kindly remove your caps for the National Anthem of the United States of America.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for action here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. I'm Dallin Stanford, and with me is former Eagle sensation Dan Power. What an exciting clash we have on us, Dan.
Oh, very great to be here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in beautiful Glendale in Colorado. Two very exciting sides. We saw two absolute barn burner performances yesterday from these guys to scrape out a victory at the very end, and two very deserving participants for the championship match here.
Yeah, absolutely. On the right of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, later when you see it, it'll be Duke University. Now, Duke is a very interesting program. They have a lot of foreign players that add valuable experience, some young guns coming through, and they had a hell of a semi-final yesterday.
Yeah, they took New England College right to the brink there at the end. They do have a big foreign influence here, which could benefit them a lot. If it comes down to a tight game, championship, that rugby experience will help them a lot.
Now, the other side, St. John's, phenomenal comeback, down 28-11, and they came back to win that game, 37-35 against the local team, Denver University. Fitness will be a big factor for them today.
Oh, a big factor, the fitness at altitude, backing up after the late game yesterday as well. We saw Denver, who played that late game, went down very convincingly in the earlier game, so it'll be interesting to see how St. John's go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be an absolute cliffhanger of 80 minutes here in Rugby Town, USA. The sun is out, the guns are out, people are getting a good tan, and it's Champagne Rugby coming to you live and loud. So as we said, on the left of your screen, St. John's University wearing the red and blue hoops, and on the right-hand side in the navy and white stripes is Duke University from Durham, North Carolina. All is in readiness now for the kickoff between these two superb small college teams. Let the games begin. Nice high-ranking kick, taken nice and cleanly by Ozak, the 8th man. Hard runner is brought down just outside his 22. Ball comes out. Ooh, a slight little knock on there. Referee says play went backwards, and he makes a little half break. Phenomenal little footwork here from number 6, Ricky Kiley. Oh, excellent stuff by Ricky. Sets a ruck outside the halfway line. Straight away, Duke looking to attack. Little space there. Nicely held. Tom Cole there setting the fly, setting his team away. Now he goes in to be halfback. Oh, solid contact there, the big man. That was Phelps. Rumbling forward to the big boys now from Duke University. Gillespie waiting on the outside. He's not involved. Cole has the ball, goes through his legs. Unfortunately missed that one. Went straight through him like a dodgy Vindaloo. A lot of Duke forwards are hanging to the left. Their backs are waiting on the right. Oh, it looks to be a steal. St. John's are famous for this. There's big man. Oh, it looks like Mitch Thune there with a turnover. Oh no, that's Thune with the ball on now. Sets it up. Huge front row. Ball comes out. Still in possession. Excellent little run there. That is Kilney now, number 6. Ball's on the outside for fullback Chesney. And it's going to be a first penalty of the game. High tackle going towards St. John's. Wow, Dan Powell. Action-packed opening few minutes.
What a great start here from both teams. Duke throwing a little caution to the wind, throwing the ball around well, but St. John's, like you said, the big man, I believe that was Garrett Larson, the hooker, pilfered the ball there at the side of the ruck. They did that a lot yesterday. They're very strong at the breakdown, St. John's. Great counter ruckers. Gardner, Larson and Thune up front there. We'll do that all day.
Oh, the big heavy artillery. And earlier, I just missed that. It was number 6, Christian Thua from Duke, who actually had that beautiful break, stepping a few defenders. And he was a live wire yesterday as well. So first liner of the game here. Inside the 22, St. John's on attack. It goes to the front, taken by Merrigan. Colin Merrigan has it now. They look for the rolling maul. Duke defends it nicely. Ball comes out. Majewski back inside to his center partner, Valdiva. Majewski again now. Another inside ball. This time it's taken from the big number 6. Kilney sets his second ruck of the game. And holding on, unfortunately. Duke get a relieving penalty there.
Yeah, pressure comes off for Duke there. St. John's looking good off the top of that line out. The big man in Merrigan, he'll be a target in the line outs all day today. Very nice clearing kick there from Tom Cole, the English lad. Takes it right up to halfway. Referee's assistance flags up, pretty much splitting the halfway line. They'll have the ball in here. Had a little trouble in the line-outs yesterday, Duke. They'll hit and miss there. Let's see how they go on this first line-out with their own throw here, Dallin.
Yeah, the set pieces were very interesting yesterday. In the loose, St. John's were very good, but set pieces for both sides, they struggled at times, scrums and line-outs. So now they've got a few men standing out on the line-out inside the fly-offs channel. Cole's marshalling his troops here as hooker from Duke lines up here. That's Phelps. Runners go to the front, but it may be misdirection, goes to back. It's not straight. We thought they're going to have trouble, and they did. So it's going to be a line-out option or a scrum.
Lock forwards in the line-out, scrum down.
So now we get to see that front row of Thune, Larson, and Gardner. The heavies, as we call them. But, man, I'll tell you, they lasted the whole game yesterday. I mean, Gardner scored a hat-trick of tries.
He did. He got 3. I have to give kudos to the big man. He came up and gave us a few donuts for his effort. Let's hope he packed a few of those in himself for some energy here today.
Yeah, I was going to say there were a few missing from the box there, Gardner, so we're coming for you after this game. And here we go. The scrum is won by St. John, nice and cleanly. Majewski at fly half. Missed pass, very flat ball. Steaming onto it as a fullback. And Nick Mans, I think, is on the wing. They'll take it quickly. Referee says no. Come back. That's number 8. Stephen Ozak. And they're going to calm things down here. Majewski's going to hit the touchline. And Joe Thompson down the sideline here is probably going to chase. Lots of fans came out here to watch as that ball still in field. Touched and went forward in front of play. Should be a penalty there. Referee says play on. And this is the Argentinian sensation as he slips his way onto the 22. Now Duke have possession. Taken up by Nico Rice. Comes to Cole, the fly-off. He's got a very educated boot, nice spiral. Fullback here. We haven't got a name for the fullback, do we? It's not Nick Mans, I don't think. Oh, clever little chip and chase. Oh, it's gone straight through, but all the way back, so they could dot it down right now. And safely puts it down, number 14, Rory McKemmer. Rory was pretty active yesterday.
Yeah, Rory had a good game yesterday. He's a very sneaky little customer out there on the wing.
Oh,
now,
and I think it was touched. It was touched by a player. Yeah, it went through him and actually touched his hand. So it's going to be a scrum to St. John's. Wow.
So for those of you who are wondering why the call went from a 22 to a scrum, the referee has deemed that the Duke player, in fact, touched that kick before it rolled into the in-goals. Then Nakima, when he grounded it, it comes out for a 5-metre scrum for St. John's. Big opportunity here, Dallin, to put points on the board.
Oh, absolutely. They've got a little bit of space to the right-hand side, the blind side, and we're watching the fullback step to the left here, so they've got the fullbacks to the left as well. So here we see it. What will it be? And they do go blind. Ball comes out to the little man. That's Joe Thompson. Now they're very close to the line over here. This is where they're dangerous. Some of the big men. You've got Gardner standing out. He'll eat meters up all day long. Duke are trying to hold him up. The big boys getting there. Larson is involved as well. Let's go Duke is the chance from the sideline. But it's all St. John's here in these opening stanza. And they get a penalty 5 meters out from the line. Will they go quick? They do. It's a big lock. Tall timber. Jake Blair just brought short of the line. The heavies are standing out right now. Thune and Gardner. Who will it be? I say Gardner. Nobody stop him from there. Oh, the beast. He rolls. He goes through. He's on his back. Is he over the line? Just short of the line. Now it comes out. Oh, it'll be a try. It should be. No, beautiful defense from Duke. On the line. That was number 12, Valdeva. Held short. They still penetrate. Right in front of the goalposts. St. John's University. Looking for the first points in this game. Going to the short side. Tom Ortley marshalling his troops, throws that back inside ball. Beautiful try. Wow. How can you believe it? Mitch Thune. Giddy up, you good thing. And the big man flops over for a brilliant score.
Oh, there was rumbling. I don't know about bumbling or stumbling. The big man showed a clean set of heels there. Great inside ball. We'll have a look at it on the replay momentarily. St. John's, they've come out firing on all cylinders here today, Dylan.
Yeah, they have, absolutely. Watch the replay. It's setting up a nice ruck here. You're going to look for the little halfback, number 9, Tom Ortley. We did it yesterday, that inside flick, and there he is, Thune. There's no stopping the big man. I tell you what, shut the gates, and that's the first points of the game.
Those are some big gates, and they are shut. He did it yesterday, the scrum half. That would be Tom Ortley. He's a very sneaky customer around the ruck there. They did the flick pass to get Gardner's first try yesterday. They've gone back to the old faithful flick pass, and it's worked again for him.
Oh, it has indeed. Right close to the line. They're so hard to stop, and that's why, Gardner got a hat-trick yesterday, so it's going to be interesting seeing how they go. Ladies and gentlemen, you just joined us. We're here for the final of the NSCRO 2013 Championship. For those of you that need to know more about NSCRO, be sure to visit www.nscro.org. And the conversion hits the upright, stays out, unfortunately. Pajewski misses that one. And also, just to let you know, World Rugby Shop is proud to be an official partner of the National Small College Rugby Organization. Visit worldrugbyshop.com today for all your team's wear, replica, and player gear needs. worldrugbyshop.com, powered by passion. Dan Power, 5-0, St. John's on the board.
Good start from the boys from Minnesota, getting the first points here today. They do play that very tight, very grinding style, physical rugby. They like it. They've got some big boys in the pack. Let's see if Duke can match them.
Nice high kickoff from Duke. Taken cleanly by number 4, Colin Merrigan, as he pops it out. Ortley with a little half gap. Then offloads again. It was the hooker Larson. Oh, a nice little pass to Gardner. Gardner has it now. He makes a few meters. They look to spin it wide, but the Duke defense is swarming all over them. Thompson's the left-hand side. Juski with a kick. He's got a beautiful kick as well. Nice high kick, but it'll be taken by Lord Farquhar, they call him. Scott Carroll with the ball right now. He gooses, moves it wide. Oh, there's the speedster, Rory McKemmer. Beats 2, but then gives it back to Majewski. The ball's turned over. Thompson now, heavily tackled. He tries to pop the ball back to his fullback. McKemmer involved again. Now the heavies arrive. Ortley will just slow it down. In fact, it's Larson. Takes a meter or two. Duke player tries to get his hand on the board. Ball. Blair. Jake Blair. Play answers the referee. This could be a great turnover for Duke. It is. Cole with the ball. Now they have possession. That's a dangerous running center. Wellner with the ball earlier. Sets it up beautifully. But so much turned over again St. John's way as the crowd come alive. They work the short side. Oh, there's great little footwork there from the number 14 winger, Steve Chestnut. As he pops it over. Farquhar is back there, inside his 22 right now. Slips, stumbles, kicks it. Still in field. There we go. Now they have the ball. Chestnut now. A right boot. Straight to McKemmer. He's there. Chips with one hand. Will he run or chip it over? Fakes for the kick. Beats the first man. McKemmer's still going. Now he's tackled. Brought to ground just inside the halfway line for Duke University. Action-packed rugby. Back and forth stuff this. Rumbling forward is the big man. Phelps. Little half break there. Looks like Max Core. And a slight knock on, unfortunately. Well, again, Back and forth stuff, Dan Power.
Yeah, a couple of quick turnovers there from both sides, allowed for some open running rugby. Again, it'll come down to ball control. Who can control the ball the best here? Possession and territory will be keys today for victory for both teams.
Yeah, Dan, you commented earlier, the third place match was Denver University. Now, Denver had an absolute cliffhanger of a game against St. John's, and it was a last-minute score from St. John's big boys to get them to this final. A 37-35 win, an absolute breathtaker.
Oh, well, and then they had to defend right at the end. DU had the ball, pressuring their line towards the end. Both games yesterday were absolutely outstanding. I think we're going to be in for a cracker here too in the final.
We are indeed. Oh, the ball unfortunately was knocked there by the halfback from St. John's, and that's Ortlieb just going through his fingertips. Oh, take a quick break there just to let you know NSCRO is pleased to announce that it has recently reached an agreement with USA Rugby that provides NSCRO with USA Rugby support and recognition of NSCRO as an independent organisation governing the small college national playoffs, as well as sharing similar goals for bettering the collegiate rugby experience. So great news there, the NSCRO Small Rugby Organisation, founded in 2007 by Chip Ostervich and Steve Cohen. As we see, a short-on penalty. It's Duke's way. Halfback takes it. He goes to the right-hand side. Will Johnson is with him there. Tries to stab it over the top. Almost tackled in the air. Referee says, play on. Whoa, flying defenders everywhere. But managed to recover beautifully there. It's number 15, Steve Chestnut. Nick Mons was there to help him out earlier. Cutting back in is Majewski. He needs a bit of help there. Gardner leads over to support that ball. Now they come again. Little dummy to Blair. Ball still backwards, so it's still with St. John's. Blair going into the halfback position. Picks it up, goes himself. Lays it back nicely. Now they'll be looking for Majewski to clear the lines. This time he stabs it over the top. It's touched, so it's play on. Knocked backward. Farquhar is there. Falls into the ball nicely. He's now going to place it. Diving over, that's right. Diving number 12, diving through the side. It's Jonathan Valdiva, just a little over-eager there.
Scott Carr, the fullback there for Duke, very lucky. Didn't have much support, a lot of chase coming through from St. John's. He did really well to get on that ball and lay it back. Very nice penalty there for the Duke side, though. That will take a lot of pressure off them. Fly half Cole clears the ball nicely.
Like to see the Duke team now attack. They've got some dangerous runners out wide. We saw Uki Dean with a flipping great speed and heels and all sorts of work out there. And Will Johnson, the outside centre, leading the charge. They could have some firepower out wide.
Well, Uki Dean did a fantastic job yesterday in defence. You'd like to see him attack a little bit more today with some space and time. He tied up the big winger from New England, Emmanuel, yesterday quite well. They made that change to put him on there. He's also got some attacking flair, though. Hopefully we get to see that right now.
He does indeed. Howard throws. Nicely taken. He loops back to be the halfback. Oh, and that's the number 6. Beautiful hard running there. Excellent little set piece there. And it was Thua to Phelps to set that up beautifully. Now it comes to the 8th man, Cal Green. Call goes in to try to dig that ball up. St. John's are so good at this little steal. The counter ruck. And this time, not so lucky, says referee. Got to get their hands out, got to stay on their feet as well.
Nice hard run there from the hooker for Duke. The Frenchman, Louis Saleh Philippis. He's obviously a French heritage there.
Yeah, and excuse us if we don't get the names all quite correctly, ladies and gentlemen. I know the parents watching there looking at their sons here, but, you know, doing the best we can with these tongue twisters. We had a few classics yesterday. And as we see, it's a penalty, and they opt for the 3 points here, Dan. So it's Max Core going to line this penalty up. The kicks were a little bit wayward yesterday.
He hits the ball nicely, Mr. Core. Unfortunately, sometimes the radar's a little wonky, but big kick coming up for him here. First points to get on the board for Duke.
Yeah, absolutely. While he lines up that kick, this should let you know, catch the next match here as the Glendale Raptors take on Dallas in USA Rugby's round of 32 on Saturday, May 4th at 6 p.m. GlendaleRugby.com. A nice strike, it's curling in. It's over. 3 points. And he is good with the boot this time round, putting his team into the game at 5-3 to St. John's.
Nice strike there and a nice option from the Duke side. Take the 3 points. Starting to get quite hot here up in beautiful Glendale, Colorado. So points will be ever premium for teams here.
Yeah, now we mentioned the NSCRO organization. It stands for Small College Rugby Organization. And as I said, it was founded by Steve Cohen as the kickoff is already made nice and quickly. Ball's gone backwards, so it's St. John's with the ball here. Gardner now sets up a ruck as his forwards arrive to help him out. Majewski. Little ball, misses his center, misses everybody. Picked up by McKenna there. And now it's Duke ball. Their forwards rumble to the short side. Ball's not quite going to the hands quite cleanly. Colin Howard looks to stabilize things for his team right now. Christian Thur is there as well. Hard running player. Wayward pass there from the Flyers. Both Flyers throwing a couple of shockers early on. And a penalty for being offsides. So a little relieving penalty. I think Tom Cole will just put his team upfield and then regroup for another line-out. They had a good line-out a little earlier. Good set piece.
Very nice set piece from the Duke side. Both sides showing a little bit of nerve, settling in period here. We are 16 minutes into the game here. But a few nerves from both teams, which is to be expected. A lot on the line here today, Dallin.
Yeah, we mentioned the games earlier, and Duke University had an absolute thriller as well, 25-24 against New England. And so that was another thriller. So these games are really coming down to the wire. This morning, third and fourth playoff, look, there's not much on the line right there, but this final is going to go down to at least a 3-point game, I reckon.
Oh, plenty to play for both teams here. Expect both teams, and in particular all the players, to put everything on the line here to win this game.
So Colin Howard with a throw in here, unorthodox, number 7 throwing in, but they have some of their forwards hanging out there. So if you look for number 2, Phelps, the Frenchman, and then number 6, Christian Thur, they're hard-running players. They'll be lurking inside the pocket of the fly-off Cole. This time the ball is not thrown in straight, and so St. John's have an opportunity. Gardner snaggles that. Ball comes out now to St. Duke. Little half dummy from Noah Van Nevel, who was very active in yesterday's game. Majewski. This is a much better pass now. Now he sets his back line away. Mans with the ball right now. Mans over the top, showing and going, and unfortunately just knocked their ball on, and the tackle tried to get his hands over there. And it's a penalty here, so the man was playing the ball, unfortunately, in front of his fellow teammate after a knock-on. So that's a penalty. You've got to just be smartly and aware in that situation, Dan.
Yeah, everything happening pretty quickly over there. Sometimes it's easy to sort of forget where you are in the field and where the ball's come from, but you've got to have your head on a swivel out there, Dylan. So
Cole finds a nice touch. So now they get a chance here to attack a little bit inside the opposition half. We said it's a beautiful day here at Infinity Park. The setting and the stadium just been wonderful hosts for these rugby teams. We also had the Sevens qualify earlier, NSCRO Sevens, and that was an absolute barn burner. Occidental College from Los Angeles winning that against Sonoma State 40-21, booking themselves a place to Infinity Park. Alana, this time it's gone short to the front. St. John's are there. They're trying to power over it with their big boys. They may have disrupted this ball. Their fans are getting behind them now. Duke still maintain it. Nice offload. That's the hooker Phelps right now. Stepping on inside. Running against the smaller backline players. Tramples over Mans. Gets right over him with a beautiful fend. Cole now. Skips his centers. Johnson. There's numbers to burn here. Oh, just a little overrunning there. And this is the Argentinian slippery eel himself. He's 4 players to bring him down. Uki Deans. The ball's with Johnson. Johnson goes on the outside. Throws it back in field. And that is the fullback. Scott Cara setting it up. Now the forwards arrive. Nico Rice. Bit of a slow ball there, but taken nicely by Josh Kaljar. Beautiful short line by Phelps. He comes in. 5 meters out. Cole with the ball. Hard running center going straight. Looking for the offload. Gets it, but knocked on, unfortunately. Wow, that was a tough one. Looking really good, that 10-12 combination. Sorry, that was Nick Wellner with that short ball. Tried to get it back to his fly, but slight knock on, Dan, in front of the poles.
Yeah, Duke looking good there. Uki Dean, the Argentinian, out in the wing. Some fancy footwork, stepping back inside, setting it up. Tom Cole starting to find his rhythm at fly half. Marshalling his troops around. He's looking sharp.
He is indeed. And while we take a little second there for the scrum, there'll be one small college champion this June. On June 1st and 2nd, the top NSCRO Sevens teams in the country take on each other at the inaugural NSCRO Sevens Championship in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to www.usa7crc.com and nscro.org. Nice scrum. Coming to the blind side here. Ball goes over Cole's head. Picked up beautifully from Dean. Slices through the middle. Beats 2. Lays it back. And of course he was holding on because he was isolated. Unfortunately, that was a tough one there for the Argentinian flyer. And so Majewski was there. He'll get the penalty.
So he's tackled. You can't hang on to the ball. Tackled player must release the ball.
So not making too many meters this time. Uncharacteristic kick there from Majewski. He's got a great boot on him. Little breeze settles in here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Nice crowd as well. Have come out to support their family and friends, and a good rugby day all around.
Yeah, big turnout from the St. John supporters. They were very vocal yesterday afternoon and willing their team home. Obviously, a lot of supporters who couldn't come down here are watching online. About an hour north of Minneapolis up there in Minnesota. So hello to all the fans up at St. John's.
And St. John's have that line out. They have a beautiful rolling maul going. This is excellent work by the forwards. They keep steaming ahead. Some of Duke forwards are hanging out to see if they peel out. Great work. They've driven that line out all the way to the 10-meter mark. Phenomenal stuff. It's here at the back with number 1, Thune, the big man. Helped out from the rest of the big boys. Ball comes out now, Majewski looking to sidestep his way through. Solid tackling there from Walner. Falling over the top of the Duke players, unfortunately, diving over the top there. And just losing their footing, so it's going to be a penalty here for St. John's.
Nice and physical, isn't it, Darren? Both teams not afraid to hit. The breakdown's getting very heavily contested.
Wow, and that is... I thought yesterday something had fooled me and there was a bit of a glare in my eye. I saw the big man, Gardner, the prop forward, kick for touch. I thought, they were just giving him a chance, but he is one of their kickers. Can you believe it?
It's a national championship, Dallin. You can't hold anything back. The big man, Gardner, he does it all. He kicks, he passes, he even washed the jerseys last night at the hotel, I was told.
Phenomenal stuff, and so here we go. Line-out takes place inside the half, attacking at St. John's. Garrett Larson right now.
Number 2, Garrett Larson.
Let's see who he hits in the line-out. Comes to the front. Cleanly taken. Jake Blair helping out there. Colin Merrigan. They maul it again. So powerful when they get this rumbling. Now the ball comes out. Juski with the ball right now. Little dummy switch. Gives it to his outside center. Heavily tackled by Cole. Beautiful work from the fly-off and defense there. And now Duke players come flying in. Tough call there, I think.
Yeah, interesting to see if that ball was out or not, to whether Cole had a right to come through there and hit him. I think he was in the right there. He's a little hard done by for the Duke fly half.
So another line-out, another rolling maul, I think. This time they need to get a better clearance kick. So Majewski comes up. Not to take anything away from Gardner's kicking. I think he's been done superbly with the boot in hand. So here we go. Nice strike, and now we're on the 22. So within striking range here, Dan Power.
Inside the 22, let's look for an aggressive line out here. Garrett Larson, the hookers, had very solid throws all weekend. He'll continue it right here. They need to pull this down, they need to drive it in. Deep inside the 22, then attack off that platform.
Those outside backs you spoke about earlier did a good job. Joe Thompson had some good runs yesterday, and Valdiva. Now they injured Tony Bauer, the captain. He's not here today. He scored a beautiful try in yesterday's game, and he's watching his team from the sideline. As we do see the rolling maul take place, they have that ball nicely and firmly in their grasp. As they rumble it up here. Now it's about 10 meters out. Ball comes out to Gardner. Oh, Gardner just slaps it down, kicks it to his fly-off. Oh, man, if that was a donut, he would have caught that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the road to the National Championship is underway with the best rugby the US has to offer. Catch the 2013 Emirates Airlines USA Rugby National Championships on June 1st and 2nd, right here at Glendale's Infinity Park. Check the website for complete schedule, glendaleRugby.com. So, Cole with the ball here. It's going to be a scrum to Duke, well, for that knock-on. Looking to get out of the end zone. Solid scrumming, and the ball's picked up on the left-hand side by the flanker, Noah Van Nievel. And now St. John's on the ball. Majewski back inside to Blair. Blair sets it up. Now this is the striking zone. They've done this all weekend long. Gardner, he'll fake, he'll fend. He gets driven backwards in the tackle. Solid D. The ball seems to be turned over there. A little bit of fatigue perhaps coming into this John's front row.
He's picked up a little bit of a knock on there from one of the St. John guys. Advantage to Duke. They are still trapped deep in their own half.
Yeah, so a little bit of relieving defense there from Duke University, because we know St. John's, when they get within 10 meters, they generally tend to score a 5-pointer at minimum. And so that was good defense there.
Yeah, the St. John's side have been notorious at getting into the 22 and then grinding out points. Just using those big boys and rumbling it forward yard by yard to get points on the board.
Yeah, so the St. John's team, coached by Dan Franklin, Tammy Cowan, and Mike McIlroy, done a great job with that team. As you said, they're from Minnesota, and they called nicknamed the Johnnies. Not sure what that's referring to, but they have a great fall season, 13-0 and 7 in the spring, 7-0. And here they are unbeaten so far. Beautiful scrum, absolutely smashed the Duke pack and diving over for the try. Looks like number 8, we're going to see the referee's going to have a chat. Stephen Ozak with that beautiful scrum, Dan.
Oh, their scrum has been a great platform for them all weekend. No different here, and they've awarded the try. He's pushed through. He's talked to his referee's assistant to see if he had a better look at it. John Bowman, the referee's assistant, he did have a good look at it, and he said, "You can award that try, sir."
Wow, that is absolutely brilliant. And it all started with the tight boards with that beautiful scrum. I mean, it really makes a massive difference if they can get this go-forward ball, pushing Duke off the ball, and then number 8, Steve Ozak, picks it up and dives over. Phenomenal stuff. And now all of a sudden, St. John's are stretching their lead 10 points to 3 in the 25th minute, 26th minute of this final NSCRO 15's nail-biter.
Nice hit back there. The penalty from Duke brought things to within 2 points. St. John's, we were just talking about how they like to get down into the red zone and grind out those tries. The knock-on looked like a bit of relief there for the Duke outfit. That big scrum, the big push from up front. Thune, Larson and Gardner up front had a big push on there. They've won a scrum against the head and dived over. Fantastic effort there from St. John's. Machersky now, he'll take the conversion. 5th generation Minnesota man, Machersky.
Low kick, and it's over! Wow, phenomenal little bit of work there. He pulls out his iron and just drives that straight through, and all of a sudden it's 12-3. St. John's over Duke University here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. If you're just tuning in, you're missing an absolute humdinger. So we see almost a pushover try, but picked up by the 8th man. Beautiful work there from the Johns forward pack. They are massive, and will they hold in the second half? That is going to be the story, and we'll have to wait and see.
They were very smart with their substitutions yesterday, Dallin. They brought on fresh legs late in the game and overran the Denver outfit.
Nice
I'm sure
high
Duke saw
kick.
that though.
Yeah, that's right. Nice high hoisted kick. Howard tries to get in there, but St. John's managed to maintain this possession. Ortlieb now. Gardner with his characteristic stand and drive. Majewski now. They look to move it early. Thompson on the outside. Nice cover tackle. Tries to pop it back in field, but it's a good little bit of defense from the right wing, number 14, Rory McKemmer.
Good tackle from the touch judge there too, Dallin.
Yeah, he was. Bundling the touch over there. Well, we line up there, as we said, the Duke University team, or from Durham, North Carolina. They're coached by Mike Morgan, 11-0 in the regular season. And they're known as the Blue Devils. So it's line up for the Blue Devils right now. Howard with the ball. Look to go to the front.
The French hooker, Philippes, from Toulouse. Perfect throw.
Now it's the number 6, Thua. He's been a handful. Pops the ball beautifully to his hooker. They set up a maul in the air. Now they got to go to the ground, so it's a ruck. They've got numbers on the right here. Oh, a nice little offload. Kayajar with the ball. Oh, just tackled in the 22 as he placed it back. Beautiful run from Josh Kawa. Cole with the ball. Flat pass. Here he comes. What do they got? Oh! Dean with the ball. Fends the first man. Says, get out the way. Sets a ruck inside the 22. Duke ball now. Can they make something of this? They come to the short side. That's number 8, Cal Green. Howard looking for another short ball. There he goes. Sets it up. Forwards rumble over that. Core. Oh, and that's too deep. It's a complete shocker from the kick. Don't think he should have kept it in hand. You've got numbers to the right. Will Johnson, the captain, is waving his hands in the air. He's not sure what that was happened. Perhaps Cole thought there was advantage.
Perhaps. I'm not too sure what he was thinking there, Dallin. Maybe a field goal if he felt that it got too stagnant would have been a better option. St. John's fullback was back in position. It would have taken an unbelievable bounce for that to benefit Duke at all.
Yeah,
Probably gave away possession there.
Yeah, definitely. So St. John's ball now. They have a 22-meter dropout. Majewski, let's see what he'll do. Gardner looked like he wanted to take that kick. Lots of cheering from the crowd. They got their pom-poms out here, wearing their colorful outfits. Majewski, oh, it's charged down. Play on, Duke ball. Beautiful stuff. And now they're right on the attack again. Onto the 22 they go. Core digs in for the ball. Oh, there's that danger man again. Beats the first two defenders, still running. Christian Thua. But this counter ruck is good.
Dallin, every time Nick Gardner gets to a breakdown first, he makes a huge impact. That's probably the third or fourth ruck he's hit in this game, and he's made a big impact.
He has indeed. He was vital in yesterday's game, as we said. And here he is, picks up the ball, kicks it for touch. What can't the big man do?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
So now it's a line out to St. John's. Nice relieving penalty there for the St. John's team as their forwards slowly arrive. We have 30 minutes played in this first half, so we're in the last 10 minutes of the game. If you've just joined us, this is the NSCRO 15s final taking place between St. John's and Duke University here in Glendale, Colorado. So still the first half, as we said. And the big number 8 takes it in. Ozak gets tackled. Majewski gives it to Valdiva. Valdiva's met in a solid wall of defense. That man, Nick Gardner, and his forwards arrive over that ball. They have advantage. Blair tries to fend off Cole. They probably still have advantage here. Ortlieb with a little half break. They look to move it right here. No advantage as the referee coming back for the penalty.
The St. John's fly half, Machersky, loves to play lateral football. Now, he had Bayer here yesterday, who's a hard straight runner. He needs to find that again. That was a good job from the inside centre from St. John's this time.
Yeah, it was indeed. As we see, oh, beautiful spiral kick this time. Phenomenal stuff. Dean has the ball and he just falls into the sidelines there. Phenomenal kick here from the big prop forward, NSCRO.org. Lineout goes to the short again. They'll look for the rolling maul. Taken cleanly by Colin Merrigan. And now they go to the short side. They need to keep the ball alive. Tackled. Duke intercepted that ball. Howard had it. But unfortunately, oh no, it was number 2. It was Phillips. And he was just bundling it to touch. So now it's another line out. This time, probably about 10 meters out.
Yeah, very fortunate for the Duke side that Phillips was there. Could have been trouble, that ball going back inside. Good run from Ozak again, exploiting that bit of space down the blind side there.
This time it goes to the back. Blair has it. Oh, Ortlieb just fumbles that forward, unfortunately. Oh, a slippery bar of soap there, just getting out of his grip there.
Yeah, simple little error there. He's a better player than that, Ortlieb.
Yeah, he is indeed. Well, they just settled down there. Play youth rugby with our Glendale Youth Rugby program. The Tri-League program starts May 7th, so sign up now. Register online at glendalerugby.com. Doing a wonderful job there, same as organizations like Play Rugby USA. And youth rugby is exploding here in the United States of America, just in time as well.
Beautiful time of year to be out there playing rugby. I know they've got a big summer camp planned here in May for the Glendale facility, and I'm sure Play Rugby USA busy as well.
Absolutely busy times indeed. As we see here, very heavily involved there, the Duke forwards. They almost got pushed off that scrum earlier from St. John's. Duke need to get over this ball cleanly, or it might be another turnover. No, this time it was done illegally. Gardner, the man from offside position, kicked the ball back, unfortunately, so for his team. So Duke have ball right now. So still 12-3 the score with about 6.5 minutes left in this first half at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. And it's a nice looking kick.
A lot tighter affair than we've seen in the previous 3 games, Dallin. Defence playing a little bit more of a premium here. Both sides really tightened up what was sometimes leaky defence yesterday.
Yeah, there was. You know, yesterday's first semi-final was a 49 points scored in the game. And the second match between St. John's playing now in Denver was about a 73-point affair. So those are some high-scoring 15s games. Howard now with the ball. Looks to the front. Could be stolen. Howard hits it back. A little bit of ping-pong, aerial ping-pong there. And as the first knock-on, so it's going to be a scrum to Duke University. This is going to be another interesting scrum because St. John's have been really bringing the heat scrum time.
Good in the scrum, and Merrigan's been a tower of strength in the lineouts, getting up there and spoiling that Duke throw. That's a couple of times he's been up there and got his hand involved. Good work from young Colin Merrigan there.
So I wonder if the captain, Will Johnson, wearing number 13 for Duke, is going to get the ball out wide here. He came in a little earlier to chat to his forwards. So here we go. Cole has a call going on. Signals to Cole. Scrum is very solid. Doesn't go anywhere. Much better work there from the Duke pack. Cole has it now. Behind the back pass to Wellner. Wellner sets. Kara. just before the halfway line. Backseat to win that ruck, and they do. Ooh, stab through. Bit of a nothing kick. There's plenty of time for St. John's fullback to clear his lines. Almost grabbed there by the Duke players. Oh, coming back is the halfback. Corp stabs it through.
No one at home here, Dallin, if he gets a chase going.
A lot of tired bodies up there.
Ozak, the big man, versus the scrum half.
Beautiful feisty little play there from the number 7, Van Nievel. And now Larson gets involved as well. And so does Thune. Blair, he loves standing out. This time he's a distributor. The ball comes out. Oh, just doesn't find the outside. It does. Joe Thompson streaks on the outside. Steps inside, still going. Beats the third man. Dean comes in and makes a heavy tackle. Lying all over that ball now. It's going to be advantage to St. John's. Absolutely. Penalty advantage from diving over, unfortunately, from Dean. Gardner is right there, of course. Takes a one-man run-up. And a beautiful rip from Howard.
Referee bringing it back for straight off his feet.
But it's off his feet there, so it's going to be a penalty here.
Yeah, a little infringement there from Duke. Probably necessary though. St. John's had a big break, quick ball. The fly half Machersky was a little slow to get up from that big hit from the inside centre from Duke. Let's see how he handles the next few minutes here, if he's okay, and he can shake off those cobwebs.
Yeah, St. John's here just looking to get their crowd. It's the big number 1, Mitch Thune, waving his hands in the air. He wants to get his supporters behind them, and they are now. You kind of hear them come alive. Look for the rolling ball here. He'll probably hit Colin Merrigan, number 4, at the front. Let's see what they do here. Jake Blair's been pretty active as well. So, Thune. Yep, goes to Blair. Into the middle. All the forwards come in for a rolling maul. Here they go. You cannot collapse that, otherwise it's a penalty. Now they're bustling through. Peeled off on the side. They still have the ball. Now they've gone to the deck. Referee marshalling for the defense to get back. Ball comes to Majewski. Very flat ball to Valdiva. Defense is equal to the task. Ball comes out to number 13. Little inside ball to Gardner, close to the line, the big man, oh! Champagne Rugby! Can you believe it? Who other? Nick Gardner.
The
fridge
man
is empty.
Oh, the try-scoring fridge for Gardner is very full. That's his 4th for the weekend. Fantastic effort from the big man. He can sniff out a try when they get down to that area.
Oh, I tell you what, he can sniff out a lunch buffet line. He can sniff out a try line. That is his 4th score already over this weekend, I think. And phenomenal bit of work, propelling St. John's 17-3. If you get a chance to see the replay, it's a beautiful little flick by the fly half. Oh, he flops over the line. Nobody's going to stop a beast of a man, weighing in at about 490 pounds. Probably a little bit less, but that's what it looks like, and he carries his weight very well.
Give or take, Dallin, give or take. But again, it was a little move from Ortley. The flick pass back inside to Gardner that did it there. I'm sure Coach Mike Morgan from Duke will be talking to his players about tidying up that day gap at the breakdown in the second half.
They will indeed. Those of you that are familiar with international rugby, the famous Australian halfback George Gregan started doing that many years back for the ACT Brumbies in Super Rugby and then for Australia. And it's very hard to defend. Majewski lines up. He's got a golf-like precision with his kick, and boom, it is straight through, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points to 3 as the clock winds down in this first half of this NSCRO 15's final, Dan Power.
Yeah, big try that close to halftime for St. John's. They will walk into the sheds with a huge wind at their back to play the second half. So, very encouraging signs for the St. John's outfit.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, check out our website, www.nscro.org. Streaming this match live, and of course to give you more information about the NSCRO 7s competition, as well as the 15s one. 211 men's teams took part in this competition, and we're now down to the final 2. Duke University on the right of your screen, kicking off. They trail by 16 points in this first half. Nice high raking kick into the sun. Howard is there, tackles both men. Duke trying to get over this ball to maintain possession if they can grab this. No hand, says the referee. It spills backwards. St. John's have it now. Or leave the little clever halfback. Stabs it over. And that's Thompson chasing. The ball could bounce anywhere. The man they call Lord Farquhar has the ball. He's tackled. And he just put a foot into touch. Touch judge is right there. And that was Scott Carra, the fullback from Duke, unfortunately. And that'll bring up the half-time, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes of action coming live and loud from Infinity Park. Fantastic little bit of work there from both sides, but I tell you what, St. John's have really been the team to watch here. 16 points the difference, Dan Power, and what do you think the secrets are for them, for Duke to get back into this game?
They just need to hold the ball, Dallin. They haven't had much possession or territory in the first half. The fly half, Tom Cole, has a great foot. He's got to use it. They're going to have a little breeze at their back in the second half. They need to use that breeze, kick the ball deep down into St. John's half and attack from there. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it was a forward battle right from the start. Of course, the set pieces, we're always going to worry about them. And then the St. John's pack have just been absolutely phenomenal. And Nick Gardner, that man, I mean, as we said, doing everything right today.
Gardner's had a great weekend, and he's backed that up again today with another great game in the championship game. Duke do not want to get into a firefight in the forwards for these guys. They're just too big. St. John's will dominate the forward battle all day, every day. They need to get the ball wide and use their speed.
It's going to be a very interesting second half, ladies and gentlemen. With me right now, we have the founder, Steve Cohen, of the NSCRO competition. Steve, why don't you take this mic over here and tell us a little bit how you started this small college rugby.
Yeah, thank you, Dallin. NSCRO was actually originated from in 2002 when I decided that the East Coast colleges, which were running 3 divisions, needed a Division III championship. So I started an East Coast Division III league in 2002 for men and 2003 for women. And by 2007, I worked with Chip Oskevich from the New England Union, and we decided to take a look around the country and see what was happening with D3, and we found that there was interest, and we formed NSCRO. In 2008, NSCRO came into being as a competition with about 100 clubs. A year ago, we reached 150. This year, we had 211 men's clubs and nearly 80 women's clubs. The interest in NSCRO has just gone through the roof over the last few years.
Oh, it has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, under 300 college teams taking part, and a lot of teams have gone up to Division II. A couple of people have asked, and you're here, you can clarify, how does a team enter the NSCRO competition? Is it to do with the numbers of the university or their program?
NSCRO, first of all, last year we had exactly 151 men's clubs. Approximately 25 to 30 of them moved to Division II based on their level. They're starting to improve. NSCRO fully encourages teams to move up to higher levels. And with that loss of about 25, 30 teams, we had a lot of new colleges form, teams who were small colleges, and we grew to 211. The way we look at it is that we look at competition on a kind of a level playing field in terms of school enrollment. It's very important to understand it's the enrollment by gender, full-time undergraduate, not the overall university. Right. And our upper limit is 4,500. The teams this weekend are comprised of teams. Duke has 3,300. DU's, I think, is about 2,200. St. John's is 1,900. And New England College has 500 full-time male students.
That is unbelievable, and really level the playing field. It's for all sort of college rugby here, for both men and women. Tell us a little bit about the Sevens. You've now founded your inaugural NSCRO Sevens competition. That's exciting.
Yeah, NSCRO's very pleased that we've established a relation with USA Sevens this past year, and to inaugurate our NSCRO Sevens at the CRC Sevens in Philadelphia on June 1st and 2nd, and we've been holding qualifying tournaments around the country. In fact, this weekend, prior to this match, our Pac West Sevens qualifier was run by Occidental College. I think you're somewhat familiar with them.
Indeed, yes, I may have a hand in that.
And we've had 4 other qualifiers so far. One by the University of North Florida, Susquehanna University from Pennsylvania, Grove City College from Western Pennsylvania. Of all the winners, also Roger Williams from Rhode Island's also qualified. Next weekend we have 2 more qualifiers. Right. That'll bring us to 7 teams, and an 8th team will be selected at large.
And that's fantastic. These small colleges will get a chance to play at the CRC Sevens with 20 very big brands in rugby, very big universities. And some of the games may take place inside the stadium as well, at PPL Park, right?
Yeah, on Saturday our pool play is going to be held at Drexel University. And then on Sunday, our semifinals and final will be in the stadium.
Phenomenal. Steve, thank you so much for everything you've done. I know every single player that's taken part in this competition. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done to level the playing field for small college rugby.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. So welcome back, Dan Power. That was Steve Cohen, a wonderful guy. So much he's done for rugby here in the United States. I mean, really dedicated to the game. And it's people like that that make a difference here in the United States.
Definitely, Dan. A lot of selfless hard work goes into this. People thinking that there's any rewards for doing this sort of stuff, they're wrong. The reward is seeing these kids out here this weekend getting opportunity to apply their trade on a big stage.
Yeah, now getting back to the big stage, we're here at the final. If you're just tuning in, it's halftime here in Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. It's a 16-point difference here. St. John's are up against Duke University. I think if Duke can get the ball a little one channel wider, they have some dangerous players there. We saw Johnson, we saw Dean, the sleek racer from Argentina. They have some runners.
They've got some speed to burn out wide. They just need to get the ball there. And to do that, they need the ball. Yep. They've got to win the breakdown, and they're not doing that at the moment. They're going to have a tough time winning it against this big St. John's pack.
40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be action-packed, and of course, altitude is going to play a big factor here for those forwards from St. John's University. Stay with us, and we'll be back in a few moments with the second half.
Welcome back to Infinity Park in beautiful Glendale, Colorado. We are just moments away from kickoff here to start the second half of the National Championship for the NSCRO. Dallin Stanford, we saw an explosive 40 minutes from St. John's. Do you think we're going to see the same this 40?
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how the altitude, how the fitness and fatigue plays into play over here. It is hot, it is very warm here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. And if you're just joining us, as we said, we're here for the NSCRO 15s final. Go to www.nscro.org for more information about that organization. It has been a thrilling weekend here in Glendale. Infinity Park is a beautiful complex. They've hosted us superbly. And NSCRO, a wonderful competition, started back in 2007. And they've got 211 men's teams took part. And as we said, we're down here to the final two. It's Duke University, the Blue Devils on your left-hand side of the screen, against the Johnnies, St. John's University on the right. So, 16-point deficit. Yesterday, Duke came back and scored straight away off the half. Let's see what they can do now. A nice high kick from their scrum half, Max Core. Ferocious contact point there. Ball is open, says referee, says play on. And of course, there they have it. We said Duke University straight on the attack. It's a hard running center, Nick Wellner. But St. John's, as we've time and time again, have come bundling through. And this time diving over the ball, which is not allowed, a penalty.
Great aggressive start there from the Duke forward pack. Poor Colin Merrigan went up for the kickoff and got absolutely smashed. He's a tough kid, he's back on his feet, but more aggressive there. That's what the Duke forward pack need to be, mobile and aggressive.
Yeah, that's a really good start. So now they have a chance here for 3 points. The scrum half, Max Core, has an opportunity here. He added a penalty in the first half. They do need to get some more ball work and moving the ball around, I think. You know, they have some dangerous runners, as we said earlier. If they can tire out the St. John's forward pack, that may help them at the set pieces.
Oh, definitely. They need to run these big guys around. That's what we talked about. The fly half Cole needs to kick and kick off and try to tire these guys out, turn them around, make them chase the ball down the other end of the field. I'm not sure he wants to find touch. You want to keep it in play, make these guys run.
Nice looking strike, nice and high and straight, it's over. So Apple Core is good with the kick, successful now, 19 points to 6. And if you want to support small college rugby, then show it with the NSCRO apparel found at worldrugbyshop.com/NSCRO. A portion of each sale goes back to NSCRO. So support World Rugby Shop and NSCRO there. Beautiful looking kick from the scrum half. So now it is 19-6. St. John's kick off. Ball lead with a high kick into the sun, beautifully batted back. St. John's have possession here. Oh, solid defense. Duke is all over, they're swarming over, getting over the ball, trying to keep their feet as well. Play on, says the referee. St. John's dove on that to secure the ruck ball. Ball comes out, Majewski. High raking kick that could be directly into touch, and is. A couple of early errors here from the St. John's team.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming from Duke. I'm liking it. Coach Mike Morgan, obviously, with a few stern words for his troops at halftime. They've come out and they've put some pressure on. And I don't think St. John's are really appreciating it. They're up in their face.
That's right, exactly. We'll see what they do here from this line out. Last time we saw Howard has been the line out thrower. This time they have a little conference in the middle. Howard takes his spot. A couple of loose forwards are hanging out again. So look for Lupkin here on the line out. And of course, Rice as well. Howard catches his breath. Now it goes to the back. Howard receives and plays halfback. Oh, beautiful hard running there from the number 6 flanker, Thua. Now they go to Cole. Couple dummy switches. Wide ball. Beautiful ball to Cara. Steps inside his man. Still going. Now he's tackled by the man on the ground. Lord Farquhar getting hit there. Cole looks. He's got his hands on the ball. Marshalling his boys. Smashing up there is Rice. And here they go to Kalajaya as he sets up that ruck ball just outside the 22. Still Duke ball. St. John's desperately trying to get their hands on that. Cole very flat. It's the French hooker, Philippaz. Ball kicked through at the play on. Rice cleans up for his side. Duke still have possession here. Cole spots a little half gap. Gets tackled, diving over the top there, unfortunately. Yes. So it's going to be a penalty. A big man.
Garrett Larson lost his feet there. Dallin went straight over the top. Now, interesting choice to take the penalty a few moments ago. They were down 19-3, 16 points. I think he's going to take the sticks again. He's going to chip away at this lead. Not a bad option from Max Core.
Yeah, it is, you know, because their line-out has been a little tricky. I mean, they've solid line-out, but if they want to get it rolling more like St. John's, they haven't really done it much. So let's see. It is 5 minutes in the second period, and just chip away at the lead, as you said, while he takes up that kick. As we said, this June 1st and 2nd, come watch the top 20 college rugby teams in the country battle it out at the 2013 USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship at PPL Park in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to www.usa7crc.com. Of course, the top 8 NSCRO teams will be there as well. Occidental, my team, and I will be there gearing up for what will be a champagne weekend of rugby.
You've been heavily involved previously with the Texas Longhorns at that championship. A marvellous event, isn't it?
Just absolutely unbelievable. And UT had done really well, beating their rivals, A&M. And Core lines up this kick. This time it just scrapes the right hand upright and is no good, ladies and gentlemen. So it is still 19-6 St. John's lead. 22-meter drop out from Majewski. May bang this long. He's got a nice kick on him.
Got the last one charged down. Don't be surprised to take a couple extra steps back here. Make sure his troops are behind him. Off the side of the boot there. Wobbly kick down to halfway. Cole on the attack.
Oh, Cole, beautiful. Oh, spoke too soon. Cole beaten 4 defenders, and then the ball just slipped out of his grasp, unfortunately. Solid fly half, stepped to the right and the left. But they keep play right down there, Dan, right down in the 22. So Duke is kind of applying the pressure right now. So watch the
Tom
replay.
Cole, they call him the talisman from London, England. He's a freshman, so he's got plenty of time with this Duke program to help grow them. Very talented football player.
He is indeed. And we see here the Duke backs will spread out quite deep. There's lots of space on the right-hand side if they go blind here. St. John's opt for Majewski. He looks to run it now. It's their big centre crashing up. Beats one. Offloads beautifully, and here they go. St. John's on the attack right now. And that's Steve Chesness involved, but it's a little knock on. Dean has the ball right now. Stepping and looking to break through. He's tackled high. He shrugs him off. Goes around Gardner, still going. Dean brings the stadium alive. Duke look for the blind side. McKemmer now steps inside, also another high tackle. Referee says play on.
Let him play, Dallin, let him play. Nothing in it.
Thua with the ball, there he goes. Now the forwards start rumbling it up. Excellent little run there from Rice. Kayaja, there he goes. Heavily met as well. A smashing drive in there we saw from Gardner. Jeepers, creepers. Ferocious power and strength.
If St. John's hold on and win this game and Nick Gardner isn't named MVP of this championship, I will eat this microphone.
Oh, I look forward to that, Dan Power. I may just name somebody else just to see it. So St. John's get the penalty, and it is that man Gardner stepping up to take the kick. I may have to eat my microphone. So, ladies and gentlemen, we said catch the next match here as the Glendale Raptors take on Dallas in USA Rugby's round of 32 on Saturday, May 4th at 6 p.m. Details to support the local Raptors at glendaleRugby.com.
That's Garrett Larson, sorry, the hooker. He's had solid throws all day. This one no different. Straight to the big man. The Marine, Jake Blair, with a great pull down there from the line out.
The ball is still in the ruck there, taken from Duke. Call goes to the blind side. It's the French hooker, Philippe. Cole now, under all sorts of pressure. Little stab through over the top there from Wellner. Just a fullback lurking back there. And there he goes. Steve Chestnut. Thompson, inside, outside. Oh, a little flying hack. A little bit of kung fu fighting there from the number 13 centre from St. John's.
Big falcon off Wellner there, caught him flush on the forehead. He'll have a tough time living that one down. I believe that's Nick Manns in the 14. We're just trying to get some corrections on some names here.
And there seems to be a player injured in the background. So while they take a break, let us let you know that there is one small college champion this June, as we said, June 1st and 2nd. The top NSCRO Sevens teams in the country take on each other at the inaugural NSCRO Sevens National Championship in Philadelphia. For tickets and more information, go to usa7crc.com as well as nscro.org. As we said, go to NSCRO to get all the news there, nscro.org. St. John's lead, there on the right of your screen, Duke on the left, and we're about 8 or 9 minutes into this second period. This is the NSCRO 15s final, small college rugby, but nothing small about the rugby at all.
Nothing small about the rugby and nothing small about this St. John's forward pack.
Larson,
they are monsters.
The big man. The hooker throws in, goes nice and short. Taken at the front. Merrigan with a scrum cap. Ortlieb at the back. Duke's trying to defend. Some of their players in offside position. Noah Van Nievel had the ball at the back there. Now Ortlieb. Vies Majewski looking inside. Oh, it's a good little half gap, but solid tackle from Kamna. That's big number 8. Ozak carrying the ball earlier. The centre steams it up. Ball is held up for a maul. But now it's stolen. Ripped from Kaya Ja. Unbelievable work from the bombshell himself. Cole has it in the back. Beautiful kick over the top. Ball's backwards. Man still has it. Looks for a left foot. Charge down. Still in field. And just snapped on the outside there. The ball rolls into touch. Number 14, Roni Makema. Very good on defense.
Makema, very exciting player. Something always happening when he's around the ball. Good little option there. We talked about Cole kicking down to the corners, keeping the ball in play. Just unfortunate there, that ball trickled out after Makema dribbled it down the sideline.
St. John's with a line out again. This has been all day long. Up to the front. And here they go. Ozak with the ball at the back of this rolling maul. It looks to be a collapse there. Referee says penalty in from the side. That's correct. So now they should just kick for touch. Do it again, Dan.
I wonder who's going to kick this one to touch, Dallin.
It is the big man himself, the breakfast burrito, they call him at times, as he nails a nice little kick into touch. Nick Johnson won't be happy that he stole his nickname.
I think he could eat Nick Johnson, so I don't think he's going to complain too much about it.
So referee says, got to keep it, having a talk there, as it's very important. He's talking to Duke forwards here. This is probably the 4th or 5th time they've brought down a line out there. Kaya Ja, a little concerned about that. Should be more concerned about his haircut. Up to the front again, here we go, we called it. Ozak at the back. Ortlieb, the halfback, telling them which way to go. Players in from the side. Now they look to move it. Manns with the ball. Ortlieb again. Stepping inside. Oh, and fumbled forward. So advantage over here for Duke, if they can make something of this. Well, Johnson throws an intercept pass. You can see that a mile away. Thompson won't score with that intercept because they'll come back for the original knock-on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we said a little earlier, play youth rugby with our Glendale Youth Rugby program. The Tri-League program starts May 7th, so sign up now. Register online at glendaleRugby.com. And that's the local Jenna Anderson involved with youth rugby here. And have done a wonderful job at Infinity Park as we take a look at that replay. Just stumbling forward in the tackle from Majewski. And so Duke had a chance there, making nothing of it though, unfortunately.
Great program they've set up here, the Glendale Raptors. Jenna Anderson's done a fantastic job developing the youth rugby here. You'll see a lot of the Raptor senior players coming out and getting involved through the summer as well. Look at the push on this scrum, Dallin, driving them back 5, 6, 7 yards, and they'll take the feed here.
Wow, that is the engine room working overtime. St. John's front row. We've spoken about them several times. Thune, Larson and Gardner. An absolute doozy of a scrum there. Duke, whoa, what are you doing if you're their forward pack?
Taking a big breath.
And we see some subs here. So there we go. So Coach Mike Morgan taking matters to his own hands. He brings on, we'll have to look for a number here. And it is one of their front row players that's been replaced.
I mean, the pure physics of the scrum, Dallin, I don't think they're going to be able to compete. Technique will beat brute force, but I'm not sure if they've got it down. This pack is just too big from St. John's.
Oh, but it's a tight end, but they've been shoved back. Still have the ball, though. Duke have it. And a nice little high clearance kick there from the scrum off. Max Core, it's still in field, though. Oh, man, beats his man like a parked car. Still going, beats the referee, and another defender. Gets the offload. Gardner, very casual. Majewski now. Bit of a wayward pass, picked up by his center partner. Cutting through the middle. Offload. Here they go. Mans. Oh, wild pass. Doesn't reach the intended target. And bundle into touch. Might have been carried into touch there by Rory McKemmer. Wow. Dangerous stuff here.
St. John's will have the line out here. So they're saying that Duke took the ball over the line. Very dangerous stuff. That last pass goes to hand there. It could have been trouble. Noah Van Nevel lurking out in the wing.
And so here they got it quickly. This lineup doesn't go to the intended target, but still spills St. John's way. Referee says play on. And that is the replacement, number 23. Bob Thomas for the ball now. Bobby set it up earlier. It's a steal, though. Duke have it. Dean couldn't hold on to it, so we go back to the first knock-on. Unfortunately, and that was from number 12, Jonathan Valdiva, knocked that ball on. And so it's going to be Duke have possession right here. At about 15 minutes played in this second half. The crowd comes alive here at Infinity Park. Super Sunday Rugby on display. The NSCRO 15's final. So Duke have the ball here. They trail by 13 points as the ref pops up the scrum. So while they take a chance there, we'll let you know that the road to the national championship is underway with the best rugby the US has to offer. Catch the 2013 Emirates Airline USA Rugby National Championships on June 1st and 2nd right here at Glendale's Infinity Park. GlendaleRugby.com for all the information. And so a very heavy scrum there, and Duke have lost it. So St. John's ball, here we go, the big number 8, Ozak. Beautiful tackle from Cole, gets it to Ortlieb. Comes out to the half-lying centre. Hands the first man's going to go through and score. Unbelievable to work. Wow. Keep the change. The Duke defence open up like the Red Sea. And we don't have a name. But Steve Chestnut, yeah, we think it's Steve Chestnut. It's 13, the outside centre. Superb bit of work, dancing around he did, and scores a wonderful 5-pointer for his team.
Great work from Chestnut. He was on the wing yesterday. He did a great job out there. They've moved him to outside centre to replace the captain Bow. And he's done well there. Again, a scrum against the head, the big push from St. John's. I tell you, here's the replay. We're watching it now. Ozak, the big 8, he pumps forward. Look at Gottlieb. Quick heads-up play here. And here's Chestnut. 1, 2, 3 Duke players. Steps inside. Oh, beats 4 of them. That's not good enough from the Duke defence there, but great job from Steve Chestnut, affectionately known as Steve the Pirate. Gar, Steve, gar.
Absolutely good rugby from the big centre, and his team will be very happy. All started up front with their forwards with that beautiful scrum, and they've done superb work there in the lineups as well. So they stretch the lead 24 points to 6 in this NSCRO final. And very interesting enough, as we said, the scrum platform has set up 3 tries for this team, and yesterday their win also came from a forward-dominated play.
Now, we waited yesterday. They're such a big pack. We sort of waited for them to tire. It never came. The fitness levels seem to be quite good for the St. John's guys.
Beautiful strike from Majewski. He's on song today with the golf clubs. Beautiful bit of work there. Now all of a sudden they stretch a 20-point lead to St. John's University over Duke. Oh, a humdinger indeed. So, just to let you know, the World Rugby Shop is proud to be an official partner of the Small College Rugby Organisation. Visit worldrugbyshop.com today for all your team wear, replica and player needs. worldrugbyshop.com, powered by passion. And it's going to take a lot of passion here from Duke to get back into this game. A nice high-raking kick taken by American as he gets heavily tackled. Ball pops out for Ortlieb. Looks to go himself, then pops it up for Blair. Blair to Gardner. Gardner scragged as he kicks. Taken by Dean. Dean is maintained as he spills it forward, so it's going to be advantage over here. Bobby Thomas, the reserve forward, comes onto the field. And here they go. St. John's with a little bit of new life as they surge forward. Number 7, Van Nievel. Lovely clean pass. Majewski back inside to Blair. Blair takes on the referee and a few defenders as well. Ortlieb. Majewski now with that nice high-raking kick. Ball bounces in the sun. It's a bit of time, so left foot, hoik kick there. And take it from Mans. Mans looked the open space, not the best kick. This could fall nicely for Dean. He takes it beautifully. He's tackled as he gets it, but he managed to get the offload away to centre Wellner. Wellner hands off the first man, hands off the same man again as he sets up a ruck just over the halfway line. It's now Duke with the ball. Cole wants it, he's cupping his hands. He's got some heavy forwards outside of him. He goes himself though, doesn't use them. Barrels it up into Gardner. They come, flat ball, Rice. Rice is heavily tackled backwards. Duke have the ball though, not making any meters, but it's going to be a penalty for them. Not rolling away at the tackle.
Good call out from the referee. Getting a little messy on there, the St. John's, but great defence from the St. John's team. Duke making very little yardage there since they've turned the ball over. Cole punches that one deep into the 22. Very nice strike of the ball.
Yeah, he's a good player, is Cole. Just to let you know, NSCRO is pleased to announce that has recently reached an agreement with USA Rugby that provides NSCRO with USA Rugby support and recognition of NSCRO as an independent organisation governing a small collegiate rugby playoffs, as well as sharing similar goals for bettering the collegiate rugby experience. So NSCRO working together with USA Rugby, and that of course is good for our sport in this country.
Big line out here for Duke. They need to win this throw. Let's see if they can pull it down. The drive hasn't worked for them. They've been losing the scrums. I don't think a rolling maul here is going to be effective against this big St. John pack.
Yeah, Howard goes to the back. And it may have been stolen by St. John's. No, it's still held on there. Ben Calgreen had possession. Duke are now attacking. This is a good opportunity for them as they go short. It's the Frenchman. Philippe lays it back nicely. Core. Wide, lovely pass. Fantastic bit of work. There's a bit of Stacey if Dean can get the ball. Pops backwards, says referee. They go help out. It was Dan Turnell with the ball. And St. John's come flying in, barreling in, and it's holding on, unfortunately. And that's the replacement, number 20. We think it's Dan Turtel.
Yeah, Dan Turtel gets onto the field for the first time. Just unfortunate there, didn't have much support as he went to ground. Machersky clears.
Not a big kick at all. They're still well inside their 22.
We've got some subs coming. Well, we got a player injured, sorry, Darren. We have a player injured down in the bottom corner of the screen there.
But we do have a sub here. It's big number 1. Hats off to him. Mitch Thune. He's been phenomenal all weekend, and he looks to be subbed. Is he subbed? Yes, he is. Phenomenal bit of work from the man. He's done so well, as of the other front row.
Mitch Thune. Teammates call him Pooh Bear. We call him the full Thune, and he was out in force tonight.
He was indeed. And so some of the subs start rolling in with 20 minutes to go in this NSCRO final. We have 26 points for St. John's and 6 for Duke.
I want to know when St. John's are going to make the big substitution, the one we're waiting for, the one the millions and millions are waiting for.
I don't think so. I think the fans want to see Gardner in the fly-off position, maybe centres. He'd be a hard man to bring down, I'll tell you what. So it's a line-out now. It's the reserve, number 23, Bobby Thomas throwing in for St. John's. Thomas chatting to the referee, just catching up with him, seeing what his plans are later tonight. And we have another sub here for Duke coming on the wing. Let's see, who is this? This also looks like a hooker replacement. And just a change of jersey. Same jersey being used for the redhead replacement hooker for Duke. The rolling maul, Ortlieb at the back. He runs himself, spots a little half gap. Ortlieb takes on Cole. Tries to get his hands free in the tackle, but passes it to Will Johnson for the opposition. Duke have the ball right now. They need to move it around a bit, see what they can do. Oh, it's a high hospital pass. Howard takes it. Now he decides to steady things. Takes it in the middle. Duke have some players hanging out to the right-hand side of the field here. Ball's at the back of the ruck, holding on. Penalty it's going to be.
Again, not releasing there. Another penalty. Cole will punch this down into the 22.
Yeah, you want to see a score here from Duke just to kind of get them back into the game. See if they can keep possession for a few more phases, though. They need to commit numbers to the ruck because that's where the big forwards are piling in here. They come to the front. Disrupted, but they've lost it. Gardner has the ball right now. And the big man rumbles it up. Oh, the tank still keeps going. Hands off 2 or 3 players. Rumbles it right into the heart of the Duke forwards. Lays it back beautifully. Blair has it now. Oh, gap starting to appear everywhere in the Duke's defense. Ortlieb tries to get in there. McKemmer may have stolen this ball for Duke, but it's on the St. John's side. Number 7, Van Nievel takes it up. Ortlieb now, passes into, it's offsides. Lazy running, definitely raising running from the number 2 from Duke University.
Yeah, caught on the wrong side of the ruck there. Unfortunately, he was having a tough time getting back. Very quick play and recycling from the St. John's team. Gardner, interesting strike.
Still in field, there we go. Call with the ball, fake, but gets heavily met. Oh, throws it away. All sorts of pressure here from McKemmer. Play on, says the referee. Ball's on the deck.
St. John's have it, Dallin.
They do indeed. There they, knock on unfortunately from the reserve forward coming on there. That was big, number 18.
Be back for the knock on.
See if we can spot a number. It is 18, and that is at Peter
Duke
Frenelis. Might well be. So a little sigh of relief here for Duke University. As we said, those of you watching, for all the latest NSCRO news, be sure to visit www.nscro.org. Marvellous competition this Dan Power. Small college rugby. A lot of supporters came out to support them, and wonderful for a lot of these students.
Great support for all 4 teams all weekend, Alan, and it is a great concept. I'm a big fan of some of the rugby we've seen this weekend. Some of the young players from these small colleges have had a real chance to step up on a big stage and prove themselves worthy.
They have indeed, and it's Duke rumbling it up, and that's their 8th man, Ben Calgreen. Cole with the ball, standing pretty flat, looks for the switch. Defense is there. McKemmer looping around from this winger. Nice little pass. Half tackle broken, still going through. That's the reserve player. Lays it back nicely for his team. Duke have possession right now. This is what we've come to expect from them. Majuma now comes through the middle. Excellent rumble from the big forward. Now they have a penalty advantage. And they'll take it. 15 minutes to go. Down by 20 points. Tap and go. McKemmer by himself. Looking for Wellner. Will Johnson on the outside. He takes it in. He needs to keep to his feet. Not many players around him. Howard comes to help out. The ball spills back. Answers reserve forward, the big man, number 18. Howard Chen sets it up. Might not be him. Duke with possession still. 6th or 7th phase for them. Oh, Dean with the ball. Slices through. Heavily tackled, but managed to get the pop back to Cole. Cole still with possession right now. Now they're in the 22. This is danger zone. And that's the big man, Kyle Jaya, with the ball. Cole goes in. And Cole working in tandem. Duke still with possession here. Some tired bodies on the field.
Tom Cole needs to get up off the ground and get to fly half down. He needs to orchestrate something here.
The referee says play on. The ball wasn't knocked on, so now they keep it tight. Marshalling the troops there. Core at the back. Cal J comes down to the side. Who's with him? He needs a bit of help. Howard is there. Now they look to move it. Cole on the short side. Hands will do it. Oh, hurdling over players. All sorts of stuff. Is he over the line? Wow. Hurdling around there. Not sure the number. Could be Nico Rice.
Oh, fly half Tom Cole spotted a little bit of a mismatch on the blind side. He's stuck through.
And held up, says the referee, so it'll be a 5-meter scrum to Duke. Nice bit of pressure coming from Duke University. The Blue Devils coming back into this game.
Yeah, this is what we said they had to do. They had to control control possession and territory. They're entrenched deep in St. John's, the red zone here. They need to keep the ball down here, but they need to capitalize. They need to turn this pressure into points as soon as possible because the clock is running out rapidly.
The clock is ticking here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. The fans are getting now their voices back into their systems as Duke have possession here. Will they win the scrum? Yes, they've picked it up. They've gone blind. Ozak with the ball. Tackle just short of the try line there, about 5 meters out. Here they come. Howard with the ball. Helped by Philippe. Cole has something going on here. Could be a dummy and a missed pass. Here we see. What is it? Yes, it is. Exactly that. Johnson, look for the offload. McKemmer now. There's free space. Here it is. Try time! Go Dan Turtle, you slippery goose stepper. And they're back in this game, Dan Power.
Turtle, he had a good run earlier, get him out of their own half, broke a few tackles, finishes off some good work there. Tom Cole spreading the ball wide with a nice cut pass. And the little winger, our little favourite, Makima, gets the ball away for the try. And have a look on the replay here. Tom Cole drifts across field, lets a runner go. Then a nice missed pass to his outside centre, the captain Johnson. 2 on him, gets the ball away. Makima does well here, ball's in the winger. He actually gets a hand to it, the winger. Unfortunate not to knock that down. But Turtel, the big man.
Champagne rugby from the Duke players, bringing their fans and families back into this game. It's 26-11, they're not done yet with 13 minutes to go. It's all happening here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado, as the halfback core lines us up. Vital 2 points up for grabs. Core had a nice strike earlier. Oh, that's just curled over the face and to the left-hand side, so doesn't make it. So 15 points of difference now. Still a big ask from this Duke team.
That's a lot to ask with 13 minutes to go, 15 points. Turtel is actually a math major, so he can do the math himself and figure out how monumental it is for the Duke team to get back here. Turtel's nickname, actually, they call him the Turtle. So you'd think Duke would be a little bit more creative with their nicknames. They've just swapped 2 letters around there, but the Turtle.
Well, he certainly didn't run like one as he slipped and slid his way through there. Beautiful work from the replacement fullback. St. John's now with a hoisting kick. This could go directly into touch. It does. So on the halfway line, it'll be a scrum option here for Duke University.
Yeah, number 4, Nico Rice there, playing with fire, even entertaining the thought of touching that ball. Should just let it sail over the line.
If I was Duke, I'd hustle over here. I'd hustle to the scrum and get ready.
Yeah, they are meandering over to the scrum there. Not much hustle, a lot of procrastination from some of the forwards. They're starting to hustle now, the little scrum half, Max Core. A few sharp words to his big men.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's see what they do. On the right-hand side, they've got a huge bit of space here. McKemmer, very small, the tiny dancer, they call him back at the Duke University. And so here we go. Ball comes in. Players are coming to the right-hand side, closest to your screen. But they break left. They fooled us all. Ozak with the ball to Core. DeLille's halfback is nabbed.
Still value to the right, Dallin, if they can get the ball there. Huge numbers. Dallin, number 16, St. John's, he's on the field.
Once again entering the breakdown at the wrong angle.
We made a little mistake yesterday. That is Fong Chong from Minnesota, not South Korea. They do have a player from South Korea in the squad, so we apologize to the Chongs up there in Minnesota. He had a great game yesterday when he replaced the captain. Good interchange from St. John's to get him out of the field.
Absolutely, he did indeed. Fong Chong was instrumental yesterday in providing some sparks for his team, and so it's good to see he's back onto the field wearing number 16, tall, strong ball carrier as well. So it's going to be Duke ball here. Howard with a line out. A lot of loose forwards hanging out in the center of the field. It's one back, kick through, come off the front here, so it's not yet knocked on. Referee has the correct call there, so it's going to be St. John's ball.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot at this stage of the game. 10 minutes to go. An error like that could close the chapter of the 2013 season for the Duke rugby team.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful journey for them so far. As we said, they had a wonderful pre-season and spring season. They're really putting a lot of energy into the rugby program there. Their most recent Eagle, James Gillenwater, legend on the Sevens World Series, top lawyer as well. You know, so they produce world-class citizens and done run well at their program there.
Is Gillenwater still involved with the program at Duke?
He's coached a few times, absolutely. He always loves a little bit of touch rugby and ensures he steps people like Park Cars. Wonderful players we see. The 8th man set it up here for St. John's. Ortlieb now. Looks to be a couple of reserves on the field. Valdiva, and that's Prong right now. Sets it up nicely. Trong, sorry.
Little knock on there from St. John's. Exactly what the doctor ordered for this Duke side. 9 minutes left, 15 points. They pretty much have to score here in the next couple of minutes to have a chance. They need to score 3 times.
3 times indeed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So if I was them, I'd try to get the ball out wide. You've got some powerful runners out there. We mentioned we got number 20, Dan Tutel, and then of course with the sleek racer, Uki Dean, who did so well yesterday. He hasn't had much of the ball. They've nabbed him. So if they can get some depth and width, we'll see what they can do. Core feeds the scrum right now. This time it's a bit more solid. Ball comes out to Cole. Missed pass to Johnson. Johnson drifting a bit across the field there. Nothing in it. Great tackle there from Trong.
Very strong from Trong.
Duke forwards arrive right now as they take it up a few meters. Hard running over there from Ben Calgreen. Now it's the reserve for the big man. Steams it up. Looks like Howard Chen. They come the short side. Rice with it now. Cole wants it. Here they go. Beautiful pass again. Makimo with the right step. He's nabbed in the tackle. There's no one with him. And St. John's bury into that ball. They may have turned this over. Penalty, says the referee.
Oh, definitely have a look at those posts, Alan. I'll be taking 3 points here and taking a long time to take them as well.
Absolutely, Dan
Machersky
Power.
has a big foot. He can make this. He's got a little bit of a breeze at his back, well within his range. Or do we see Nick Gardner take the shot? I wouldn't be surprised.
Nick's looking for the touchline here. He signals to the referee. Let's see what he wants. That side, the right-hand side. So they're going to ignore the points. They're going to kick to the sideline to work for them all day. Their bread and butter.
Looks like Machersky may be off the field, Dallin. I'm sorry. So the strong leg of Machersky and his goal kicking, he may have taken an early shower. So that would explain the option to go to the sideline.
And we're nearing the last few minutes. 6.5 minutes left in this NSCRO 15s final. It's been an absolute classic weekend here at Glendale, Colorado.
One of the replacements from St. John's now. The new hooker on the field will take this throw over the back to Merrigan. It's taken by Kalajaya, the big man from Duke, the front rower. They bring it down. Core spins it. Cole, long pass. Beautiful pass from Cole to Johnson. Johnson, oh, just another mistake there from...
Yeah, and here it is.
Here goes Trong. Offloads. Mans, one-on-one.
Oh, runs him like a pot car. Oh, Mans, you slippery, sleek racing snake. Fantastic little bit of one-on-one footwork from Mans. And around he goes. St. John's, ladies and gentlemen, are surely the 2013 NSCRO champions.
Shut the gate. The fat lady, she's singing away beautifully to the tune of 31-11 to St. John's. Conversion to come. I think that might wrap it up. I think we're looking at our 2013 NSCRO champions, and it's going to be St. John's, the men from Minnesota.
Absolutely. So you watch the replay. Look at Mans. Oh, in and outside. Oh, couldn't even get a hand on him, the defender, unfortunately. Clutching at thin air as Mans runs across and dots down for his team. St. John's really have a well-balanced team, as their coach pointed out earlier, Tammy Cowan. Forwards are mobile, they're big, they're strong, and the backs can run as well. Phenomenal stuff from their side.
It's been an all-out top performance, 1 through 15. The benches had an impact when they got on the field. Just a superb effort. One would even go as far as saying it's absolutely marvellous effort here from St. John's.
Oh, it is indeed, as we see Nick Mans wearing number 14, the try scorer. A little low trajectory of the ball. Majewski is off the field. And bang, nice strike just to the right-hand side of the field. But it won't matter. They're up 31-21 over Duke University in this NSCRO final.
The score is 75 minutes, 16 seconds of the second half. St. John's 31.
Duke's had a very solid weekend, Dallin. They've done a very good job of coming out here. They had a big win yesterday. New England, as we saw this morning, are an absolutely amazing squad. Yeah. They won third place, so...
That's right, exactly. And just getting back to St. John's side, Gardner, the big man. He's been instrumental today. His kick foot touch, he's rumbled it up. He scored 4 tries. I mean, the man is unstoppable. Nice high kick taken by St. John's. Duke is still hustling to the ball there. Blair sets it up, a nice ruck. Kilney's involved as well. Now they're using the big Peter Frenelis. Ball bounces out, but just went forward, unfortunately. So it's Duke ball. They have another opportunity to see what they can do here. Some more substitutes roll onto the field for St. John's.
Nice effort there from the St. John's coach, letting all these players get a run. Coaches, it's a three-pronged attack up there in the coaching staff. You got Dan Franklin, Mike McIlroy, and Tammy Cohen all helping out getting this fantastic squad primed and ready to win this championship.
Yeah, it's been a long road for both teams. Obviously expensive as well, traveling all the way around here. And Duke have a solid scrum. This time they're not pushed off the ball. Cole now. Oh, they're bringing McKemmer in. Oh, a little dummy switch with Dean as well. Johnson tries to help up, but falling over the ball there is Trong, unfortunately. And it's going to be a penalty for Duke. So the replacement player just losing his footing there, Fong Trong. And Cole with the ball, fending people off. Beats 3 players. Lovely cover tackle, and they have position now on the 5-meter mark. It's Duke ball. Here they come. Oh, 2-man tackles. Cole wants to go to the right-hand side. There's a man down. It's Cole after that great run. He, unfortunately, looks to have sustained an injury. Cole, look to the right. They can move it here. Oh, it's a knock-on, unfortunately. And referee's going to blow his whistle. It's an injury here for the fly-off. He's had a great weekend, but just taking a knock there.
Yeah, great little run there from Tom Cole down the short side, beating a few tacklers. Unfortunately, it looks like he sustained a knock there. He's in quite a lot of pain. Trainers attending to him now. Great.
Duke, you got a feel for them. Wonderful program that got going on now there, and we'll certainly see them back in years to come.
Oh, definitely. You know, a very storied program, an amazing institution out there at Duke University. So they'll be back. Rest assured, they'll be back better and better for the experience.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that are joining us, we're at this final few minutes here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado for this NSCRO 15s final. It's a short arm penalty here to Duke. Tap and go. He'll score here. Oh, no. We're not on the mark. Got to take it from the mark or the back of the scrum. So Duke might have the final stay in this game. They move it to the fly-off. He dummies himself. He goes all the way. He'll score. Beautiful work from Tom Cole. English-born fly-half sensation. The youngster dives over, puts his stamp on this mark, going home with a 5-pointer.
Oh, good work from Tom Cole. Throws the big dummy, or the reverse pass as it's known these days, and he gets under the sticks. He's recovered from the injury well enough to get that ball over the line. He goes down now to have a think about it, but conversion successful.
No, unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful, I'm sorry.
Quick drop kick taken.
Have a look at the replay here, Tom Cole. Nice little dummy. Quick tap from Cause. Finds his fly half to his left. Big dummy. Defense rushes up. Oh, look at that. Puts his head down.
Yeah, we saw earlier a quick drop kick taken, and it hit the upright, bouncing backwards, so it's no good. So it is 31-16 now, St. John's, as we have about a minute left on the stadium clock, and then any injury time if the referee has it. So it's a low kick. Oh, straight through him like a hot curry. St. John's pouncing all over this ball. They may have fumbled it in the process. And they have, so it's a scrum down to Duke University.
They want to pack this scrum really quickly. I mean, with a minute left, down by 15, it's probably not going to help them much, but you'd like to see them fight this out till the very end.
Yeah, and their fans have come alive as well. They've come a long way. Big hand to them for coming out and supporting their team. SJU reverberating into the stands. They know they're on the verge of a title. Duke comes wide here. It's Dean, the Argentinian flyer. Well met with attack. He beats 2 players already. The third guy, the fourth, still going strong. Wow, he's one slippery customer. The ball spurts back. Duke with possession here. Taken forward. Call gets in there. Kaljaya steps the first man and the referee. Gets tackled, takes it over the 10-meter mark. Now they look for Johnson. Johnson with a wide pass to the earlier try scorer. But Thompson is all over him like a wet rash. McKemmer gets involved as well. Ruck on the far side of the field right now. St. John's pile in. Oh, there they do it again. But this time illegally from the side.
And we are into extra time now, Dallin. There were a few injuries, so this may run a couple of minutes long here. But as it stands now, the clock has clicked over 80. So we could be watching the final plays here of this championship game. Another penalty. Diving straight over the top.
So full time is up on the stadium clock, ladies and gentlemen. It is 31-16, St. John's in the lead, and could be the last few passages of play here as they go with a tap penalty. It's Johnson with the ball right now. Beautiful pass. Dean, the short gap. There he goes. The slippery snake himself. Beautiful cover tackle as he tries to place the ball back. Kick through from St. John's. So it beats the first man, still going strong. His legs are gangly all over the place. Place it back. Cole goes in there to dig for it. Duke still with the ball. Smashing forward is Rice. Solid game for him all day long. Now it comes up to the 8th man. Fakes and goes himself. Cal Green throws a Hail Mary. And here it keeps going. They move it wide. Got numbers to burn if they can go. Oh, it's a low, struggling pass, unfortunately. And that will probably end the game. Kahima with a knock on that. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, as players and fans steam the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 NSCRO champions, St. Duke's University. You absolute beauties. A massive congratulations to them, Dan Power.
Oh, great scenes here, Dallin Stanford. Watching the supporters, the staff, the players who didn't get a chance to suit up today stream onto the field to embrace the players. A fabulous 80 minutes of rugby today that backed up an even better 80 minutes yesterday. They are the deserving 2013 champions, Dallin.
They are without a doubt, and one's got to feel for Duke University. They had an absolute cliffhanger of a match yesterday, beating New England 25-24 to get to this final. And St. John's, who would have thought it? Yesterday they were down by 20 points about and came back to beat the local team, University of Denver, by 37-35. And here they are today, running out 31-16 winners in this NSCRO final. Fantastic work from St. John's.
Yeah, Cinderella story right there. They were down and out against DU. We saw DU get absolutely pumped this morning against New England. So it goes to show just how hard a game that was. And St. John's, 80 minutes of fantastic rugby, and they will be crowned the champions.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to have the award ceremony when we come back here at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Stay with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone has had a few minutes to catch their breath after witnessing some exciting rugby action today, as well as yesterday. On behalf of NSCRO, I want to congratulate the players and coaches for their hard work and dedication to being NSCRO's best of the best. Everyone give a round of applause. As the founder of the small college playoffs and president of NSCRO, I'm extremely proud to be part of this movement that has brought small college rugby to the level of what we saw this weekend. This all started in 2002 with the idea I had to create an East Coast Division III championship, and from there, with 80 teams, it's now blossomed in 2012-13 to 211 teams nationally, as well as nearly 80 women's clubs across the country. Also, as part of NSCRO's dedication to small college rugby, you already know we have inaugurated an NSCRO Sevens National Championship, which will take place June 1st and June 2nd in Philadelphia, in conjunction with the USA Sevens CRC Sevens Championship.